Hi, this is Dave and Jeanette's place at Mile End on the Lizard in Cornwall, and it's the 14th of April 2024. So as usual, I always start down at the paddock, and hopefully you can see the trees are just starting to come into leaf. So we've got quite a few survivors along the bank of trees, and it's done quite well. Even though we've had a horrendous winter, wettest and windiest on record, we've only just, and I don't know if you can see just down there, the water's just gone down. I tried to cut the grass yesterday and I've made a bit of a mess. The good thing is, some nice big foxgloves coming up, and of course all the willow hasn't minded the wet at all. So yeah, we put in some trees along here so they'll grow up over the years. And also I noticed when I was cutting the grass, we have visitors in the garden. I think it's probably rabbits, but I'm not sure, and I don't know if the camera will pick it up. There is some dried grass down in there, so it probably is rabbits. But yeah, considering the awful weather this winter, we've done okay. If this is the new norm though for winters, it's going to get tough going over the years now with 100-mile-an-hour blow-ups every other week. Not fun. Here's a little bit that was cleared. So this area along here, that was used to be a bank along here, I will no longer have to strim the bank because it's gone and the grass has just started to grow up through here. So I'm really pleased with that. It was so annoying, and now of course if we need to we can get a car down, so I just turn back round again. Just about get a car in, but that area over there I'm going to remove this winter. So we've got even more serpentine. There's a lot of serpentine rock in there. So amazingly, got the antennas still up. The HF antenna is very battered. There's more chock blocks than there is copper in it now. Yeah, blew down quite a few times in the winter, and I've still got the small Yagi up for 2 meters. I just don't think I'm going to put the big one up until May, and then probably take it down late August. It's just too exposed here to have a 45 or 50 foot long antenna up. Yagi antenna. So here, all along here, so David and we have put willow in, so make a natural fence rather than have the barbed wire fence along here, and that'll be good. And we've got trees along here as well, a bit of gracillina in there as well, and some goat willow, so everything that looks dead, but it is just coming to life now. And shot round the garden. And we've got the bean sticks up ready, but we've had a bit of a disaster with the runner beans. Loads haven't come up and we don't know why. So we've only got 5 runner beans come up so far. But what I've done, because that always gets blown down, it's now got 6 pieces of rebar and then bamboo in between. So the runner beans, well, they'll probably just end up getting ripped out the ground, but the runner bean sticks anyway should be okay this year. Okay, so along the bank we've been busy putting in trees along the ground, along the bank, and they're just starting to come into leaf. And we're going to bank all this along here as well, all of this. I think it gives the trees a bit more weight around them. Yeah. And there's our big pile of serpentine. Oop, point the right place, down there. So all of that's got to go around the stone circle. The geums are just starting to come back in the stone circle, so that's good. They could be coming into flower soon. And there's Jeanette over there, just giving us a wave. She's doing some weeding. Okay. So this is all growing up. This is the bit that's going to hide the coax eventually. So a bit of a mixed hedge along here. And that's all growing really well. And of course the gunnera. Gunneras absolutely loved this winter, being really wet. I won't go, well actually I will go over there. I'll just go a different way. We've had to do some repairs on the hexa bed. That's been a bit battered. But that should be okay. And little robins, I don't know if you saw them there. And yeah, considering this was totally underwater for months this year, the cannas are coming up, as are the banana trees over there, they're coming up. We did have a frost of -3.5 one night. It only took one night, and sadly all of our echiums, we've got one echium, just one echium left here. All the other echiums were killed by that one night of frost, which is really unusual to get such a cold night down here. I think that was the only time it dropped below freezing the whole winter, which is annoying to say the least. Yep. A mole, I think, or is it a shrew? It's a shrew. Don't know what happened to that, but that's, yeah, we've been quite busy on the banks down here as well, so I won't go right the way behind, but we've been planting in lots of things. So some wormwood has gone in. We're just filling in the gaps along the hedge. Okay. And I'll be doing another video soon. I just wanted to capture a quick video of some of the things that are here now that won't be probably here when the next video is done. So there we go. Lovely little clematis. Even though it's all entangled with the Virginia creeper and the wisteria, it's always really pretty. It just gives us a few flowers. But yeah, the wisteria at last is taken off. We waited so long for this, and there you go. Jeanette's made it climb the whole way up there. We're going to put some stringers right along as well. So then we'll have a wisteria roof, and that should be really pretty when all the flowers come out. So that's one wisteria. The other wisterias, it has sprung into life, but it's taken a little bit longer to grow up. But it has started, just up there. That's started. And I just had to take a quick look behind here. Rhododendron has just started to spring into life. I'll try not to knock the flowers off. Let's come right the way round. Oh. And there we go, they're just starting. So there's loads of buds on it. We think this is going to be the best year when this flowers, but I'll capture that in the May video, where we'll have a guest appearance from my sister Anita. Yeah, bluebell's really nice here. We've got hundreds and hundreds of bulbs in here, and they're all non-flowering this year. So we think next year there'll be the time for them. They're all, I don't know if you can see them down there. There's a lot of them. There's also stinging nettles as well. But we've already done the trimming up of the hydrangeas. So that'll do quite well. And the daylilies, or we're not sure, some type of lily anyway, they're just growing back up. And all the fairies are getting ready for their time out in the garden. And the fairy stroke stumpery. It's all looking very neat. Jeanette's been working out here this morning. That's doing really well. The cordyline there from a stump. There's the summer house. Still got a repair on the roof to do, but I'm going to leave that till later on in the summer, once everything's really dried out. It's not a big leak left there now, but there is a leak. So hydrangeas are nearly ready to flower, some of them. There we go, ragged robins down here. Really pretty little things. There we go. And lots and lots of bluebells. I think these are Spanish bluebells. They're still really nice, and there's lots of them this year. I think they don't mind the very wet conditions as well. It was quite nice walking down across this place. I've missed the camellia flowering this, but this camellia here and the one that's down over there flowered really well. They don't seem to mind sitting in water. I mean, the one down near the bonfire, that one was sitting in a foot of water the whole of the winter. That's really good. As you can see, there are plenty of foxgloves coming up, and I've actually caught, we've had a couple of still days, so here we go. The irises, black irises are they called? They're not bearded, I'm told, because they haven't got little beards. But yeah, missed them I think last year because the wind just stripped them all. This whole area, lots of primroses and bluebells as well. And we lost a big branch. I actually fell out the tree, or fell off the ladder when I was doing that, so I'm still a bit sore from that. Yeah, and the last big willow, I'm going to finish pollarding it off, but I'll leave that until this autumn. It's already had enough stress with having to have its branch cut off. That it was 100 mile an hour gusts about just over a week ago, and the branch was going that way, and it snapped it right over that way. So it was going right out across here. So anyway, always look on the positive side. We've got plenty of wood out of it, but everything's doing really, really well there. Yeah, there's the pile of wood that we got from it. This has flowered all winter, this bed. Little wallflowers, perpetual wallflowers, doing really well. Agapanthus. They'll be out in flower soon. As you can see, little bumblebee in there. Really enjoying that. Doesn't mind being filmed. Yeah, it's really good at the moment for the bumblebees. The walls needs a bit of a clean up, but surprisingly, things like parsley, we've got 2 types of parsley on the wall, and it's just self-seeded itself. It's really good. So we've got a herb wall still. There's that thyme. Yeah, it smells delicious. Sense of smell just come back after a second bout of COVID about a month ago. Luckily the sense of smell come back a lot quicker than it did the first time I had it. Taste and smell is not too bad. So this will be in flower soon, the arch. I won't go the whole way down in the garden. I'll just zoom in on a few things that are quite pretty. Lovely tulips. And lovely colour. Obviously they're tulips, they're primroses. Do really well. The hebe on the wall, we've taken quite a few cuttings of this. This is definitely a good filler, and this is probably the only point of the year where you don't get a lot of flower on it, but most of the year, you can see where the flowers were, most of the year it's just covered in lovely blue flowers, which is really good. Okay. These tulips are nearly over, but lovely colours, really rich colours. Okay, so I won't go any further into this, but we've got some nice cherry blossom, plum blossom, pear blossom, and the apple blossom there is just coming. And we don't know what this tree is, but it doesn't seem to flower, so not sure what we're going to do with it. Okay. More bluebells and tulips. Okay, little wander across to here, because the sun's not quite round enough. So we've kept the tulips in the pots until they've finished flowering. But look at them, lovely colours. Forget-me-nots. These are pretty tulips. I don't know what variety they are, but they're really nice colouring. Yeah. And I'll capture other things anyway when I do the next video. I wanted this one to be a relatively quick one, just in case the weather turns bad again and the garden goes underwater. Yeah, I think I was being a little bit too optimistic with cutting the grass this weekend. I have chewed it up in a few places. But everything's coming to life, which is nice. A few areas I haven't cut. Lots and lots of daisies there. But the primroses, little teeny primroses in there. I don't know if you can see it, they're just everywhere in the grass. So we're gonna dig some of them out. And what we did, I'll show you in a minute, around the trees, is put in primroses around the trees. It looks really pretty. Okay, so this is what I wanted to walk in here. And hopefully I can get it with the sun on them. If the sun comes out, it's not going to, is it? But yeah, the cherry blossom, it's just starting to come out. If we don't get daft winds, then the next video we should still get cherry blossom. Yeah, it's really pretty and delicate. Oh. It's just breezy enough to make it wobble, so sorry about that. Yeah, it's really nice. The boat, lots of things. There's a rosemary coming on. The rosemary's in flower. I think we've got quite a good mix in the garden, so Jeanette's done well in that succession planting for things. So we do have a lot of things in flower throughout the year, which the bees and the insects love. And the bank, we've just filled in the gaps. It looks a little bit battered at the moment from the winds, but it's okay. Right, so I've got a few minutes left, so I'm going to head across to the one of the trees. I'll do the tree that we did first. It was Mickey's idea, really good with doing it. And there, so these were all little teeny primroses found in the grass. They're nearly over, some of them now, but as you can see, it stops the weeds growing and the grass growing around the tree, and it's a nice little extra bit of flower in the garden. So we've done that around all of the trees in this area, all of the big trees. That's really pretty, the blossom on that. This is another cherry. How pretty, aren't they? But yeah, everything's doing okay. Go for a little zoom in on that one. Lovely colour, hopefully it does come out. And that, literally, the water has just gone down on the bottom. I remember to cut the hedge this spring as well, so that should be okay. Won't go absolutely mad. And before, of course, the birds start nesting, I had to leave it until October or November. Oh dear, it started to go woody. Hard work trying to cut a woody hedge. Okay. So the Isle of Wight College bed, everything doing very well there. Lots in here, lots of mulch as well. We really did mulch the garden well over the winter. We've got another 6 bags of mulch to do. Got lots to do though. So, but do want to get the mulch on before well, it's one extreme to the other here. We end up with no grass at all, or very little grass, and everything gets parched in the summer, and everything's underwater in the winter. The geums are all coming on as well. So, the white garden. I think we've got a few interlopers, unless Jeanette's taken them out. Yeah, nice little flowers. Daffodils are just about over here. Japanese anemones are grown up. Let's come into these. They're really pretty little things. I've forgotten what the name of them are. They're really pretty flowers. So then, we've got them all along here. There's a few daffs left. Lots of interlopers here. They're not white, those foxgloves, and obviously these aren't, so these will eventually be moved. But, oh, actually no, this area is the end of the white garden, so we put a rose in there. We put some primroses along here as well. And this I won't be able to cut for a while, so it's got forget-me-nots in there and primroses, and we had daffodils in there, and some tulips as well. There's a tulip hiding away down there, just about to open out. That's doing very well, so I'm nearly out of time. But there we go. How pretty. Try and get it all in shot. How pretty is that? That was again Mickey's idea. Let's do it from here. Oop. It's a lovely heart. And there's to Dad and Mum used to sit in the window behind me and look out over here, and that was his bird bath with the old sundial in it. Okay, quick shot from here, out across the garden, and thanks for watching. Cheerio.